and welcome to the Stem Cell Healing Institute podcast. In case you have any questions regarding this program, please write us at info@stemcellhealinginstitute.com. Thank you and enjoy the podcast. Hello and welcome back to the Stem Cell Healing Institute podcast. We are here with Dr. Zahra Figueredo. She's the General Director of the Institute, and we'll be talking about how to kickstart your immune system. So, Doctor, how are you?
Very good, Luis. Thank you so much. Good to be with you.
So, in this case, if we want to boost our immune system, can the stem cells help to do this, Doctor?
Yes, very good question, Luis. So it's very multifactorial because the stem cells will do a great deal in sort of kickstarting and rebooting the immune system. However, we need to also address diet and lifestyle and key nutrients to reduce inflammation. Inflammation is such a key part of almost every disease and the immune system, and just addressing different aspects of the immune system. So what we do is, and you probably heard this before to our listeners, is it's a very comprehensive approach. And with the immune system, what are we talking about? So we're talking about the body's ability to fight infections, disease, things like that. And lately we've been dealing with a lot of that with COVID. So COVID, just being infected by COVID and trying to deal with COVID as it's happening in the body, as well as the post-COVID sequela, which we see so often, and we've been treating much more readily also. And so it's really important that we address all of these things and address all of the factors that can be making playing a role with the immune system.
So, doctor, would this be something that the lack of the good diet will provoke not to have a good immune system?
Oh, yes, absolutely. So the good, I always talk about omega-3 and good fats and avocados and olive oil, and all of these are so important in reducing inflammation, stimulating our immune system, and then antioxidants like blueberries and cinnamon, good cinnamon, and different spices, turmeric and black pepper and green tea, and all of these high antioxidant and polyphenol foods, and of course the green leafies that we always hear about. And then, of course, exercise and nothing, just moderate activity, which is very stimulating for the immune system, also. And so yes, so all of these factors play such a role. And I don't know if I answered your question in terms of how stem cells can directly affect the immune system. What we do is the stem cells, specifically bone marrow and endometrial stem cells, they are very specific. They can be specifically targeted to the immune system, especially if we inject them into the lymph nodes, which is what we do. And we also do this in autoimmune conditions where the body's attacking itself to sort of reset the immune system. So it's really important that we deploy the stem cells in this specific way in order to have this type of an effect and result. And we've talked about also in the past, Louise, the different types of nutrients that stimulate the immune system also. Vitamin E and vitamin D modulate the immune system. And then when we're dealing with autoimmune conditions, the B vitamin PABA, para-amino benzoic acid, is very effective. B12 and different key nutrients, along with things like the herbs, echinacea, golden seal. Astragalus is a very important one. oil of oregano, black cumin seed oil. So we use all of these things as adjuncts in stimulating the immune system and modulating the immune system. So when we need to uh, uptick the immune system, and when we need to sort of even quelch it to some degree when it's overactive, this is how we do it, by modulating.
So
The
you
immune
see,
system.
we actually use everything is natural. Everything that you mentioned, actually, people don't have to take all these medications that are out there and making all the pharmaceuticals companies rich or richer. One thing that I wanted to ask you, doctor, how can we identify or see the signs that our immune system are not working properly, or is not working properly in
Mhm.
this case?
Yes, yes, Louise. That again, you come up with these great questions. So we see frequent illnesses, colds and flus that just happen quite frequently, or perhaps have been sort of been there but just haven't been fully resolved. That's one sign, frequency, and also longer durations of illness. So when we are sick almost chronically for months at a time, these are the key telltale signs that that it's not normal to be getting sick often, and staying sick for a long time. So those are the keys to look for.
How long is this treatment, doctor?
Yes, so this treatment lasts 7 to 10 days. It's again, it's very comprehensive, and we do everything with the workup before the patient even comes. We ensure that we are hitting all of the targets in regards to lifestyle, diet, key supplements, and we individualize each treatment. So we do the workup first. We look at blood work, and we get all of the results there. And then when they come, we do the four-part comprehensive treatment in the exercise with oxygen therapy, the total detox program, the stem cell enhancement formula, which is our proprietary blend of key minerals and herbs that stimulate the body and the stem cells, as well as any growth hormone therapy, or any hormone replacement therapy that we may see fit for that patient. So we do all that. And, I fail to mention sometimes, which is so important, because we're talking about the very physical aspects of the treatment, is spiritual, emotional, and psychological well-being, and we talk about that. We address that as well, because that's such a huge part of healing. Stress and cortisol levels are such a huge part of healing, and without that in tow and in check, we don't see full healing, because our well-being is not just our physical body. So that's something else that we address, which is really important for me to point out here.
So, doctor, do you see a lot of patients from North America? Is that where mostly of your patients come from?
Yes, we have local patients, and mostly coming from North America, because this treatment is not, this sort of caliber of treatment is not available in North America, in US or Canada. So we see a number of patients coming from North America, and across the globe, actually. Um, and it's really nice for them to come to Guatemala for this treatment, because not only do we have a very cutting edge treatment that makes it worth coming to Guatemala, but we have a destination spot also. It's very touristic and beautiful, and we have a 23, 24-degree weather year round average, as well as coffee farms and volcanoes. And then we have Antigua, Guatemala, which is a UNESCO World Heritage site, and then ruins, Mayan ruins, which are world famous. I think one of them was featured in Return of the Jedi,
That's right.
Star Wars. So Tikal. So yes, so we have a lot to offer here, along with our cutting edge, world class treatment, medical treatment, stem cell treatment.
So in this case, we can say that the treatments can be done along with the sightseeing, right?
You bet. You bet. We have patients going um, all week long to sightsee, and even the day after treatment, they're sightseeing or climbing a volcano, or just heading off to Antigua, tours of coffee farms. So it's a lot of fun, and we make it a lot of fun for our patients.
Okay, doctor, is there something I missed on this podcast that you would like to add?
Nope, I think we've covered a lot of ground, Louise, and we welcome any feedback and requests from our listeners.
Okay, there you have it, folks, and you can do this treatment in Guatemala City. At the end of this podcast, you will find all the information how to contact Dr. Zahra Figueredo. Thank you for listening. In case you want to recommend this podcast, you can find us in Spotify. You can find a video version of this podcast also on YouTube under Dr. Zahra Figueredo. Thank you for listening, and please stay tuned for further podcasts. Thank you,
Wonderful.
doctor.
Thank you, Louise.
If you want to contact us at the Stem Cell Healing Institute or Dr. Zahra Figueredo, you may do it by calling us. In North America, you may dial +1 209 690 7836. Also, if you want to write us by WhatsApp, you may add +502 4220 7297. Please send us an email at info@stemcellhealinginstitute.com. And don't forget to visit our website, stemcellhealinginstitute.com. Also, if you like to recommend our treatments, you may find us on Facebook at Stem Cell Healing Institute. Please follow us on Instagram at StemCellHI. If you want to recommend this podcast, please refer to anchor.fm/stemcellhealing. Also, you may find us with that very same name on Spotify. If you want to watch our videos, please go to Dr. Zahra Figueredo, that is on YouTube. Thank you.